Hi guys, I'm going to walk you through today's lesson, which is a ULS lesson. So you will need to go to nearpod.com and type in the code OVPJM. Again, the code for today's ELA lesson is OVPJM. So I'm going to go to nearpod.com and type in that code and join the session. The first thing you need to do is type in your name so I can see all the hard work that you do. And if you're done, hit enter your name, hit join. Just a reminder, if you need more time to complete anything, you could always pause the video and do what you need to do, and then come back to it later. So today we're reading about vibrations and sounds. So we know that sound and light both travel through waves. So one thing to think of is if you're really close to a speaker that's really loud, you could almost feel like it's moving your skin. You could feel it vibrating when it's really loud. So we're reading about vibrations and sound. The students hear the sound of music. It is very loud. They cover their ears. They feel the stage moving under their feet. So it's so loud they need to cover their ears. Do you ever cover your ears when something gets loud? I do too. So they feel the stage moving under their feet. They feel the vibrations. Okay. Now, we talked about how sound can either be really quiet or very loud. How is the sound the students are hearing of the music? Is it loud or quiet? In the story, it says it is very loud. So can you circle loud? When you're done circling loud, hit submit. Something vibrates when it moves back and forth. The students felt vibrations on the stage. All sounds come from vibrations. Okay, so it has the word vibrations. A lot of times a cell phone, when it rings, might vibrate or move back and forth. Okay, so we have the word vibrations twice here. 1, 2. Sometimes when you play a game, you can feel a cell phone vibrate. Or if you're playing a video game, you can feel a controller vibrate. Like my friend Brandon likes to play Super Smash Brothers, and the controller might actually shake or vibrate. You could feel the vibrations. I circled vibrations twice, did you? Good job. Sound waves carry sound to your ears. Sound waves hit your eardrums. Your eardrums vibrate, and then you hear the sound. So this is a picture of what sound would look like traveling through the air. We can't really see it, but it goes through the air and then it goes into our ears. That's why if it's loud, we cover our ears. What do we use to hear? What do we use to hear? Not our nose, not our eyes. Our ears. Can you circle ears? Our ears are what help us hear sound. After you circle ears, hit submit. The stage vibrated from the loud music. Loud sounds have tall waves, and quiet sounds have shorter sound waves. Okay, let's circle sound waves. It comes up twice. How does sound travel? Sound travels in sound waves. So I circled sound waves twice. Can you? 1, 2, then hit submit. You pluck a guitar string hard. The sound will be loud. You used more energy. You pluck a guitar string soft. The sound will be quiet. So when we were studying sound at the beginning of this unit in school, I gave you each a rubber band, and we got to practice flicking it. If I do it hard, it's loud. If I do it gently, it's very soft or quiet. Okay, so sound can be two things. It can be loud or quiet. So let's circle loud and quiet. What are two things that sound can be? Loud and quiet. Good job. Speakers can make the sounds louder. Microphones can make the sounds louder. Louder sounds have taller sound waves. They have more energy. So we are studying Mrs. Thomas's class and how they're putting on a play. So they can use microphones and speakers to help people hear them better because it makes their voice sound louder. Now, let's discuss how sound travels. How does sound travel? In sound waves. Let's circle sound waves on this page. When you're done circling sound waves, hit submit. Okay, sounds come from vibrations. People hear sounds when the sound waves hit their ears. Sounds can be very loud or quiet. Next, the class will learn about how sound moves. So, we learned that sound comes from vibrations, that sound travels in waves, that we hear sound with our ears, and that sounds can be loud or quiet. So why don't you circle the 4 very important things we learned about? That sounds come from vibrations, like we practiced in class, how you can feel the rubber band move. Okay, circle that sound travels in sound waves, that we hear sound with our ears, and that sounds can be very loud or quiet. Okay, so you can feel it when sound happens because it has a vibration. In the yellow boxes, can you circle vibration? Good job. We'll do one more. What part of our body do we use to hear sounds? Did you say ear? We use our ears. So we circled ear and vibration. When you're done circling them, hit submit. Okay. So we have the quick version of the questions for today. What is this chapter about? Did we read about sound? Yes. Did we read about light? No. Did we read about scenery? No. So sound is our answer. Can you circle sound? I circled sound. Can you circle sound? Okay. Where do all sounds come from? Remember, it's something that you can feel. Miss Megan keeps her cell phone on silent, so that there's no sound that comes from my cell phone. I know that sounds can come from the radio, but right now there's no radio playing and I'm making sounds with my voice, so all sounds do not come from radios. But every single sound, whether it's quiet or it's loud, comes from vibrations. So I'm going to circle vibrations and I need you to circle it too. Where do sound waves carry sound to? So really this question is asking, how do we hear sound? Do we hear sound with our fingers? No. Do we hear sound with our ears? Do we hear sound with our eyes? No. So our best answer is ears. The sound comes to our ear and then we can hear it. What sounds have shorter sound waves? So we know that sound waves can be either loud or quiet. So that has to be one of our answers. Sound waves aren't scary. And sound waves can't be happy. Sound waves can be loud or quiet. Do you know what this bird is? It's quiet. So sound waves can be quiet. I circled quiet and I hope you do too. Last question, what is important to know about this chapter? Guitars only make loud sounds? No, I can make a loud sound with my voice. Okay. Speakers can make lights bright. No, speakers help us to hear things. They make the voices of the actors louder. Sounds can be loud or quiet. Today we learned about how sounds can be loud or sounds can be quiet. So this is something we learned today. When you're done, hit submit. Okay. We already answered these questions, so I just want you to put a check mark here and then hit submit. Now let's review what our answers are. What is this chapter about? Can you circle and tell me what this chapter is about? We just answered all these questions, so I want to see what you can do by yourself. So you're going to circle. Is it about sound, light, or scenery? What is this chapter about? When you're done, hit submit. Next question, you're going to show me how smart you are. Where do all sounds come from? Do all sounds come from cell phones, radios, or vibrations? You're going to circle your best guess. And when you're done, hit submit. Where do all sounds come from? Okay. Where do sound waves carry sound to? Do we hear sounds with our fingers, ears, or eyes? Circle your best guess. Where do sound waves carry sound to? So you're going to circle your best guess and then hit submit. What sounds have shorter sound waves? So you need to think of the two different types of sound waves there are. Are sound waves scary, happy, or quiet? Which one has short sound waves? You're going to circle your best answer and then hit submit. We have one question left. Wow, you're doing so great. What is important to know about this chapter? Guitars only make loud sounds? Speakers can make lights brighter? Or sounds can be loud or quiet? What is important to know about this chapter? Number 5 is the last question. It's always the hardest one. What is important to know about this chapter? Guitars make loud sounds. Speakers can make lights brighter. Or sounds can be loud or quiet. So you're circling your best guess and hitting submit. And then you're done with your ELA lesson today. Great job.